What's good? What's good? What's good, man? It's your big homie, Big Bad A, man. And definitely, and definitely, I'm thankful and ready for this show. Let's get it. Let's play my intro song, "Change the World," man. It's one of my classics, man. Let's go. What's good?
Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite, let's stop the race and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite, let's stop the race and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Some don't know the effects they have on others when everything that we do affects our younger brothers and sisters. To me, it seems that the facts have missed us. Who will be there to reach down to hug and kiss us? Frankly, the current state that we're in needs to be discussed. Self-respect is a must. We need to tone down the lust, avoiding the fact that it provides a pleasant rush. But who in this world can you trust? The answer to that is yourself. Don't take what that man says off the bat. Pick that book up off the shelf. That don't mean not to trust. That means to take what he said, think about it, and then come back and discuss. Let's change the world. 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 Let's just unite, let's just unite, let's stop the race and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite, let's stop the race and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Change up the world for the boys and the girls, because if we don't change it, then we ain't gonna make it in this world. We need to focus on the present and think less about the past, cause if we keep it up like this, then that's gonna be our fucking past. You gotta know just where you're coming from to get where you're going, so get on your search for knowledge, cause that's power in knowing. We need to pick up more books and read them cover to cover, and have you get the information, pass it to your brother, spread it to the whole world. If you know it ain't fake, you'll be surprised the difference in this world that one man can make. There's good and bad in everybody, but you gotta bounce it out. And if we all found that, we change the world, no doubt. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite, let's stop the race and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's just unite, let's stop the race and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world.
What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your big homie, Big Bad A, man. This is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, man. I thank everybody for tapping in and tuning in, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. It's a great day in the world, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, but we got to talk about very, very serious things today, man. I got a message for Donald Trump, man. It's a letter to Donald Trump, man. A digital letter, because Donald Trump got his overwhelming support, man. He got support. Everybody voted him in. They did what they were supposed to do. We did our job as citizens. We did our job as voters. We did our job voting Donald Trump in. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking in general, right? The people chose the president that they wanted, and Donald Trump is the one that they chose. Now, first and foremost, some of the things that he's doing, I'm not, I'm I salute. Some of the things that he's doing that he said he was going to do, I wish he would do. Like talking about giving money to the homeschool teachers and shit like that. I wish he would have do that. I wish he would do that. A lot of things that he did were positive. You know what I'm saying? Um, let me talk about this shit, man. Because warmongers don't understand, and I'm not a warmonger. I'm not a person who wants to see chaos in the world. But let me go. Donald Trump was selected. Overwhelming population selected him. Now, he's doing some shit now that a lot of people are not agreeing with. Donald Trump is doing a lot of things that a lot of people are not siding with. They're not agreeing with. He's first off, we knew about we knew about his policies on illegal immigration. A lot of people, especially a lot of Americans, we were for that policy. Like, we weren't against the getting rid of illegal immigrants, right? But now you see on the news and on the TV, on the media, it's not necessarily specifically a push to get rid of just the illegal immigrants now. We're witnessing and seeing a push to get rid of criminals. See, most of us were to the illusion or to the understanding that what he was going to do was get rid of criminals. Was illegals. But now it's not just illegals, it's regular American citizens that they're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? The crazy thing is, yes, people who commit crime should go to jail. I'm not against criminal. I'm not for criminals. I'm not a pro crime person. But what I'm being honest about is our president should never be weaponized to do crime and to terrorize the people. See, it's okay that everything that happens by the president and everything that they go for is not going to be acceptable by everybody. So we all know, like, every policy he makes is not going to be acceptable. We all know every policy is not going to be acceptable. We should all know that everything a president does is hopefully for the best interest of the country, but it's just they're doing their personal best interest. So I'm not trying to say, oh, everything he does, we're supposed to agree with as citizens. I'm not thinking that. I'm not even saying nothing like that. But if you could look at the bigger picture of this is way deeper than just it's way deeper than what was initially told to us. They told us they're going to clean the country, clean the state, clean the country, make America great again, which that's fine. But you see an overwhelming push of radical religious stuff coming, like this radical Christianity that's being pushed. You see this these radical policies that are being pushed, but they're mostly racial policies. You see a overwhelming propaganda being pushed on the news that black people are predators and violating everybody. You see this all over. And I'm gonna say this: everybody in America, every race and every creed in America has criminals. Black people are no more criminals than any other race in America. And if you want to be honest with you, black people commit less crimes than most people in America because we're supposedly the minority. So if you want to be all the way honest about it, a lot of the crimes and stuff that are committed are not committed by black people. So this radicalization and demonization of a specific group of people, aka black people, it cannot and should not be tolerated. Because there's bad apples in every bunch, but every bunch of bad apples does not get to be thrown away because there's a couple bad apples in the bunch. No, the reason why black people fill up the jails the most because it's systematic slavery and systematic racism. And under the 13th Amendment, when you become incarcerated or in jailed, you become a slave again. So the reason why they're filling up the jail cells with black people is so they can get free or cheap slave labor out of those black people. So no, that's all systematically being done. The fact that police are systematically arresting more blacks than anybody, the fact that crime is being more perpetuated in the black communities is not a coincidence. The fact that drugs are being dropped off in black communities are not a coincidence. We're not going to sit here and act like systematic things are not occurring. Like this isn't about race. This is about right and wrong. And Donald Trump has been doing a lot of things that are right, but he's been doing lately a lot of things that are wrong. And me, I'm an American, so I can speak about this. I can, you know what I'm saying? I know you are. I don't know how to unblock elsewhere. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to unblock it. Like, I don't know how to unblock it. I really don't. I don't know how to do that. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But what we can do is, yeah, I don't know how to do that. Michael S. We go back years. Yeah, I know we do. I know we do. I know Michael S, bro. I swear I know Michael S. But see, at elsewhere, I don't know how to undo that. I don't know how to do that, bro. I don't have nothing but phones. I'm operating off phones. I'm not operating off a computer, bro. So I don't know how to do that, you know, and I'm not holding no grudge against you, but I don't know how to do that. Look, what do you think about him blocking countries like Haiti from coming into the country? I know what's going on. That's systematic racism. Look, they stopped Haiti, Venezuela, they only stopped a few countries from being able to come in here, and they let everybody else in here. But that was under the Trump administration, though. I'm not gonna lie. That was under the Donald Trump administration. But if he's blocking Haiti now, that's more systematic racism. See, Haiti has been shitted on and forgotten about. Yeah, I remember Michael S. too. I remember Michael S. I remember Michael S. I just I don't know why I blocked you, bro, but you must have been saying something crazy. I don't know. I don't know, or maybe somebody else blocked you. I don't know. I don't remember blocking Michael S. I definitely don't remember that. But yeah, let's go. I got a videos for y'all. Let's get into these videos, man. Because Americans are tired of this shit, man. Americans are speaking about Donald Trump, but they're tired. They're tired of it. All right, let me see. Because Americans is, man, we tired of this shit, bro. Let's start with Mick Foley, man. Let's start with my boy Mick Foley, man.
Short conversation where you told me it was an excellent speech. Your two sons next to you. Hello, Mr. President. My name is Mick Foley. We've only met once. We are both members of the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2013. We had a very short conversation where you told me it was an excellent speech. Your two sons next to you, 2 or 3. And I said, thank you, Mr. Trump. But since then, I've become a fairly constant critic, and I think I've had good reason to do that. But I believe if I'm going to have any credibility as a critic, I have to be willing to give credit where it's due, and you are due a lot of credit. I believe I'm going to be excoriated by people from the left and the right alike, but I have to take the chance. I want to make it a point. This is not a joke. I'm not out here to sling one-liners at you, to call you names. I'm here to appeal to you as a human being, because only you can stop the madness that's going on in our country. I believe you are due a lot of credit when it comes to the Gaza ceasefire and peace plan. You deserve the Nobel Peace Prize. It's yours if you can stop the madness in this country, because you will not be given the Nobel Peace Prize if you are seen as inciting tension, terror, and if you are seen zip-tying children and senior citizens, abducting day laborers just looking to do an honest day's work. I don't want to use the word terror, but if people are terrified across wide swaths of the United States, in my opinion, that's terrorism. I know you're surrounded with some really bright people. We'll talk about Stephen Miller another time, but this is for an audience of two. You, Mr. President, and your communications director, Stephen Chung. Stephen Chung, I know you're good with the one-liners. Let's face it, you got a lot to work with. Missing ear, missing teeth. Now, I know that you are a wrestling historian. And like you, I was a fat kid in school who grew up to be the fat guy. We both know what it was like to be teased on the playground as children. But I don't know what it was like to be you as a first-generation Chinese American. I imagine you went through some pretty tough stuff, but now you become the bully that you used to despise. I'm 60 years old. I'm old enough to remember my parents driving me to JFK Airport to see the POWs from the Vietnam War come home, because my father, as a basketball coach, had coached Tiger Turner. Now, with all credit and admiration to those who protested the Vietnam War, many of whom cut their hair and became conservatives, that's not what turned the tide at home. What turned the tide is when the boys from the neighborhood started coming home in boxes. All of a sudden, it wasn't about a war over there. It wasn't a situation with them. It became a situation about us. It hit home to me because as of now, I know someone who has been affected. Not going to name names. He's a big dude, tough dude, strong dude, married into an immigrant family. He came home to find that his mother-in-law was gone, taken off the street, deported. His father-in-law gone in about 5 days' time. He was told, do not post this on social media or we will go after your wife even quicker and deport her, despite the fact she's been in this country since he was 1 year old. They pay their taxes, not so much as a speeding ticket. They're active in their local community and their church. And despite that, their lives are shattered. Now, Mr. President, we're at a crossroads where it seems one of two things can happen in the future of our country. It appears to me as if you're trying to consolidate power, perhaps turn our country into something of an autocracy. And if it does, then you get to rewrite history and you get to be the hero. But if that does not happen, in my opinion, as someone who's worked in 50 states, 37 countries, been around the world a bunch of times, including 2 million miles in an automobile, in my opinion, history will not treat you kindly. But you and you alone have the ability to diffuse the tension, to stop the madness, to halt the terror. You, Mr. President, and you alone have the ability to bring peace to America. It's you alone, not Stephen Miller, not J.D. Vance, not Tom Hallman, not Kristi Noem. You, Mr. President, the buck stops with you. Mr. President, I want to make it clear, this is something I'm doing on my own. I'm in a rented Airbnb in Nashville. There's no notes in front of me. There's no teleprompter. This is just me looking at the camera, speaking from my heart to you, a fellow human being, a fellow 2013 WWE Hall of Fame member. You and you alone, Mr. President, have the power to stop the madness. Thank you for watching, Mr. President. Thank you for listening. Thank you to whoever it was that brought this piece of video to your attention, because I know you're a very busy man. I don't believe it's going to make a difference. But I would love it if you would prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Mr. President.
So there we got it right there with Mick Foley, or WWE superstar wrestling legend, was basically pleading to the president to do better, to do something, to try to change this shit. You know, and he's speaking on behalf of one of his wrestling buddies who mother and father was deported. Crazy thing is, man, people have been living over here their whole lives and they get deported back to where they were natively born at, but they don't have no life there. Imagine how crazy it would be for you to grow up somewhere your whole life, right? Say you grew up in Texas, right? Your whole life. You were born in Mexico, you lived there for 5 years, but then your parents smuggled you into America. Let's just say that. They smuggled them into America. Now, we literally are, you would have to go from not being in your country for the age of 5. You grew up here 26 years or something. Now you're 26, 27 years old. You got deported now, and they send you back to Nicaragua. Your ass don't know nothing about Nicaragua. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. No, it's not dumb to do that to their kid. I'm going to tell you something. I love you. It's not dumb to do nothing to send your kid for a better life. You have Africans who send their kids to America to be doctors. And do y'all realize that most of the doctors and high efficiency jobs in America are not done by Americans? Most doctor jobs, the high efficiency doctors, I'm not talking about a regular doctor. Most top cardiologists, cancer doctors, top doctors are not American citizens normally. They're imported citizens. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not a Democrat. So stop with the bullshit. I'm not no fucking Democrat. Stop with that bullshit. I didn't vote for Joe Idiot, and I didn't vote for old man Smokey Joe. I would never vote for Smokey Joe. Thank you, Oliver and Pauline. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'm definitely thankful to y'all. Thank y'all, Oliver. Thank you, Pauline. I love y'all. I definitely appreciate y'all, and I'm definitely thankful to y'all. You know what I'm saying? No, but most of our doctors in America are not from America. Most of the top rocket scientists in America are not from America. America doesn't even create rocket scientists and doctors and cellular nuclear physicists and shit like that. We don't create that here. We create McDonald's workers. We create Taco Bell employees. We create Walmart niggas. We create managers for regular jobs. We don't produce top people in America like that. No, not right now. I'll give you some in a minute. We don't produce those type of people in America. America's not the top of the food chain as far as brains and knowledge goes. Those people come from other places. India, Africa. That's where all of our people come. No, I speak for real Americans. No, they're not trained by us. I'm gonna be honest with you, SS. America just steals people's talent. America doesn't produce much talent here. This is a slave place. America is a slave plantation. We don't produce talent in America. We are a slave plantation. We don't produce talent here in America. Our top doctors and all that shit come from other places. Why do you think Donald Trump said we need to let foreigners come over here and buy golden tickets? Let me show y'all. Boy, are y'all dumb or y'all dumb? Let me see. I think somebody just watch this shit, man. Donald Trump talking about selling the golden tickets to worthy illegals.
Donald Trump talked.
Our farmers are being hurt badly by, they have very good workers. They've worked for them for 20 years. They're not sick.
Hold on.
We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship. And wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people. And we think it's going to be extremely successful. We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price.
Why the fuck do you think they're selling a gold card? To import worthy, decent, illegal immigrants, because this country does not thrive off the citizens we have. The citizens we have are like cows and mules. If you went through the regular school system in America, you are the equivalent of a mule or a cow. Please understand that. If you went through the regular American educational system, primary school, middle school, high school, regular college, you are considered a cow or a mule in the grand scheme of things. You literally, in America, thinkers, you got to go to the people who are top thinkers in America come out of thinking pools and things like that. They are not niggas coming out of high school. If it's somebody who's a genius coming out of high school, they're going to pick you, take you, and select you, put you to the side. Like when I was in school, they had me in special classes called Gifted and Talented. When I was in school, I was in a thing called Gifted and Talented. Gifted and Talented was a whole separate program from regular school. I had my regular classes, then I had my Gifted and Talented classes. It was a whole separate thing. No, it's not special ed. I was so smart. I used to go as an elementary school student. As a elementary, middle, and high school student, they used to have me going to other classes and teaching other students. No, not special ed. Matter of fact, you can get blocked. See, that's why niggas get blocked. And you'll never get to see this channel again. You'll never get to see this channel again for talking dumb. You're getting blocked. Now look, I was in special, gifted, and talented classes all throughout school. All throughout school, they used to let me go after I finished my work, because my shit was too easy, I would go to the other classes. My teacher would orchestrate this shit with the principal. I would go to other classes and I would help them teach their classes. So I was like a teacher assistant while I was in school to other students, upper grades and lower grades. I was doing that shit for years. And in Colorado, they called it Gifted and Talented. And I was in the Gifted and Talented program for years. And then I moved down to North Carolina, and they were so fucking slow and ass backwards down there. I just was so ahead. I didn't join Gifted and Talented because they didn't really have nothing like that. They had stuff called AP classes, which was like advanced classes. And I didn't want to take AP because by the time I came to North Carolina, I didn't care about being all super studious and shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, no, they're definitely people in America are not created to be the top thinking pool in the world. We're not. That's why you can look that shit up statistically on your own. We're not at the top of the food chain brain wise. We're at the actually low mid. We're middle low. Middle to the low. They don't even have home economics in school anymore. They don't even have life training skills in school anymore. They don't have none of that shit in school anymore. Now it's just Bop, 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 bop. Basic bullshit, and you're getting passed through. No child left behind. Shit like that. They don't even have real in American schools, they have a program called No Child Left Behind. You know what that is? That means if your child is still retarded and can't make it, or is not mentally capable enough to keep up with the rest of the students, they'll still pass them on to the next grade. What Trump policies do I not like? I don't like ICE being used as a weapon against the black community. I don't like ICE being used as a weapon against the black community. That's what I don't like. I don't like ICE breaking up. See, what y'all don't realize, like I told y'all before they voted, like I told y'all before y'all voted for Donald Trump and before he was voted in 6 months ago, and I like I said, I have no problems with Trump as a man, as a president, but let's talk about this shit. What they're doing right now is slave catching. What they're doing to the Hispanics is what they did to my ancestors back in the days. When you had a runaway slave who would leave his plantation, because these countries think that they own us. They think just because you're born there, you're stamped there, you're tagged there, you're what do you call that shit? Branded there. They think they own you. And they feel like, these countries feel like everybody should stay in their region. And see, my earth is my turf. Watch this shit. Let me show y'all something what they don't want you to realize. And I'm about to get real deep, so y'all better stick around. Videos of Asian migrants saying they walked from China to America.
Get lost exploring the back alleys of the city, but find a ride when you need one. Travel bravely with Grab.
The number of migrants arriving at the southern border is unprecedented. Last year, U.S. Customs and Border Protection recorded 2.5 million instances of detaining or turning away people attempting to cross into the United States from Mexico. So what's the fastest growing group among them? Chinese migrants. Yes, you heard that right, Chinese. After sunrise, we saw the first group of migrants make their way from Mexico through a gap between the 30-foot steel border fence and rocks. Ooh! Ducking under a bit of razor wire and into the United States. We were surprised to see the number of people coming through from China, nearly 7,000 miles away. Careful, watch. Our cameras, and at one point, this armed Border Patrol agent standing 25 feet away, did not deter them. So, how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
This man, a college graduate, told us he hoped to find work in Los Angeles. He said his trip from China took 40 days. What countries did you go through?
Thailand, Morocco, Ecuador, Colombia, Panama.
After sunrise, we saw the first group of migrants make their way from Mexico.
A group of migrants struggle through the rain and mud of the Panamanian jungle toward the U.S. border. Weiwei Wang is one of them. I'm surviving on chocolate bars, he says, and running out of drinking water. He videoed the whole grueling trek, undertaken by people from all over the world, including recently a record number from China. Since January, border officials have processed more than 10 times as many Chinese migrants as last year. The route is an open secret, first from China to Quito in Ecuador, which Chinese can enter without a visa. And then...
I'm not even going to look at that because that's cap. Now, what I want y'all to see is they were walking in, right? I got plenty of videos and I've done the lives on it. It's all on this channel. It's all on the channel. I got plenty of videos where I've done the lives where Chinese nationals said that they walked from China to America. They walked from China to America. See, what they don't want you to, they want you to stay in your plantation, because what they don't want you to realize is all of this shit is not what they tell you it is. The world is not as big as they tell you it is. The world is not exactly what they tell you it is, and it's not laid out the way that they tell you it is. When you get in airplanes, they take you up and circle you around and around, and then they come down. They take you up and they fly around, and then they come down. They go up straight, they go to the destination, then they go around and around in circles to disorient you, then they go down. The world is not what they told you it was. This is why when you take certain flights to certain countries, you have to go through certain airports, and you have to go through certain airports, and you have to go through this airport to go back to that airport, to go back to that, because it's not what they told you it was. It's literally smaller and more compact. We are all closer to each other than we think we are. We are all way closer to each other than we think we are. The world is not as big or as exactly as they described it to you. I've spoke to pilots before. I work at an airport, and I spoke to pilots before that said the airplane, the earth is flat. I've spoke to pilots that said the earth is flat. I've spoken to them. It's not what you think and I think it is. It's never been what we thought it was. It's not that. It's not that. It's not what you think. It's not what I think. Now, they're basically saying, and I've heard plenty of them say they walked from over there to over here. They walked over here to over there. So what that's showing you is, what that's showing us is, we're being kept on specific plantations, and each plantation has a specific purpose. You know, China produces this, America produces that, this person produces that, this place produces that, this is textile place, this is the oil place, this is a cocoa bean and chocolate and diamond place. Everybody's plantation, they don't want to just let us live life. They want to keep us operating on the fucking plantation so we can be always busy and disoriented. Exactly. Human farms. Exactly, Oliver. That's why they don't want to keep you. They want to keep you on your plantation you were born from. Because if we all started moving around and going to other plantations, aka other continents and countries, we will all see that everything is bullshit. The reason why right now there's things being done to de-dollar and to keep it to where you can not leave your area, like the real IDs and shit like that. The reason why they're doing things like digital IDs and things like that is because they don't want you to be able to leave off your plantation and be free. They don't want you to be able to leave and go and come and go as you please, because all these people in America who left America and went to Thailand, they're telling us how beautiful it is in Thailand and cheap it is in Thailand. All these Americans who went to Africa and telling us how it is in Africa, how beautiful the women are, how all these people who are moving across to Thailand, Asia, and all these different countries, Cambodia, all these different countries, we're moving around these plantations, and we're realizing that life is not what they think and try to make it out to be. They have to keep people on their specific plantation in order to keep the plantations working. If you got too many people moving around too many different plantations, it will fuck up the current flow of the businesses. This is why America is out of business, going out of business right now. This is why America is going out of business right now. All the stores are shutting down. All the malls are shutting down. Everything's fucking shutting down because we don't have Americans who care about this shit. We don't have enough money to participate in this shit. We grew up going to the malls, to the skating rink, to the drive-in theaters, and all this shit is all gone. All that shit is gone because it's new people in, bringing in their interests. That's why you see all these Hispanic restaurants and Hispanic carnicerias and Hispanic grocery stores and Asian stores and Indian restaurant and Jamaican restaurant and all these, because these people are coming over here trying to create something for their people over here. These people are coming over here trying to bring their world to our world because they're if they came over here and they didn't have no papusas, if they came over here and didn't have no chalupas and didn't have no avocado and didn't have no shit that they're used to, they would fall apart. Exactly. And they don't even speak English. And guess what? And it don't even matter if they don't speak English because our government's going to give them tax write-offs, give them tax benefit to do it because they know this is another stream of income coming into this country. This is a plantation. This ain't no motherfucking country. It's a plantation. And we're getting tired of it. Let me let this brother show you, man. Let me let this other brother talk, man. This shit is so crazy, man. We are tired of working on this plantation. It never made sense. And now it's to the point where we can all see it because we all have our own cameras. Everybody has cameras. So there's no excuse for you not to see it now. That's why they're coming with the virus. That's why they're wiping us dead. That's why systematic death is upon us. This is why systematic homelessness and systematic poverty is being put upon us, to keep us disenfranchised and being able to stand up and wake up. Because if you had a stable home, stable land, stable way of life, stable food and things of that nature, you wouldn't be worried about the bullshit. You wouldn't have to get up every day and go to Bojangles and clock in. You wouldn't have to get up every day and go to McDonald's and clock in if you were stable with your life. The fact that you're not stable is the fact that they can control you. No, God is already here trying to save us. God is people like me. God is in people like you. God is flowing through the righteous trying to wake us up. God is not coming back. God is here. He keeps coming, but y'all keep letting him die. You keep letting these fuckers kill him. You keep letting these devils take them from you. You keep letting these devils give him $1 million and give him some pussy and some bitches, and then he's sold out. Y'all keep letting Jesus get taken away. You don't support God when you see him. When the God body man like Big Daddy is here preaching the truth, y'all don't even want to fucking see it. You don't want to hear it. You run from it. And I'm not talking about y'all, I'm talking about most people. Most niggas want to watch football where grown men, giants, the giants of old, because these fuckers are so smart, they took our giants and our elite class of people and put them in a group so they would not look special. And you motherfuckers don't let them do it. Y'all don't let these people steal our giants. Y'all don't let these people steal our gods. Y'all don't let these people destroy God's disciples. Y'all don't let these people destroy what God has sent. And guess what? Y'all worrying about football, basketball, how many hoops a nigga can throw, how many yards a nigga can run, how tall a nigga is, how big a nigga's balls is, how much he can jump, how high, how wide, how strong. Y'all niggas is weirdos, bro. Y'all have been sold a dream and a lie, and that's why we're fucked right now. Because we as citizens are so blinded by nothing that y'all can't even see everything's collapsing up under your feet. You can't even see your opportunity is almost gone. Your opportunity to make it in this world is almost gone. Your opportunity to have a wife is almost gone. Your opportunity to have a family is almost gone. Most people will be sterile and impotent by the next 5 years. It's not biblical because the Bible is bullshit. The Bible is a script written to the blueprint for them to do us dirty. And they have y'all believing in the evil scriptures that are prophesied to do you dirty. And you run with that shit. It's sad, man. It's sad. We are in control of our lives right now. We are in control. And y'all are so sad that you sit around waiting for somebody to rain on me. I want you to take this rain from me. Y'all waiting on somebody to rain on you. You waiting on somebody to give you something. Yes, it's illegal to be homeless. It's illegal to be homeless and the job market is collapsing. It's illegal to be homeless and rent prices going up. It's illegal to be homeless and motherfucking food prices are going up. It's illegal to be homeless and you can't buy snacks and drinks and this and that with your food stamps no more. I don't get food stamps. But think about this. If you're homeless, you can go in the store with your food stamp card and get some snacks, some juice, some single serving items, some shit like that to keep you going. With the new food stamp policies, I don't know when because I don't get food stamps, but whenever this shit starts, with the new policies, you can't get snacks no more. You can't get a little pack of peanuts. You can't get a little thing of Vienna sausage hot dogs. You can't. So it's going to make it hard. Imagine homeless people, they don't have nowhere to cook a meal. So if a homeless person goddamn got food stamps, what can he do with a piece of chicken, a pack of chicken? What can he do with a bag of rice? What can he do with a dry bag of beans? What can a homeless man do with a dry bag of beans, bro? Be real with me. What pot is he cooking it on? What stove is he cooking it on? Be real. What refrigerator is he storing that food in? Some homeless people survive off of snacks and shit, which is not good, but they can't do nothing else. Imagine you got a food stamp card, they give you like $300 or $100. Most homeless people ain't getting nothing but $100. They're going to give them $100. They're going to give you $100. All that you can do to survive and keep going is buy some chips and snacks, some peanuts and some sodas. That will keep you going. Some orange juice and some peanuts. That's what you need. A little thing of some pre-cooked meat or something. That's what you need. But now you gotta get raw food items like pre-cooked items. Like you ain't cooking shit. You ain't got nothing to cook. They don't think about this. And I'm gonna tell you, it's not that they don't think, they have thought about it. They are cutting off the water supply of the poor. And I'm gonna say this, that could be good in one aspect, right? It could be good that they're cutting off the poor people's supply chain. It could be good because it could force the poor people to work together again, right? It could force the women to stop being so subservient and dependent on the system. It could force the women to come back home to their husbands and their boyfriends. It could force the women to work with the men again. Because you got women who have a fucking false sense of illusion, who think because they got food stamps, they think because they get monthly checks, they think because they got a job, they think because they have an apartment, they don't need a man. Baby girl, once they cut all this shit off and you got to just work off cash alone, you ain't gonna have no choice. And see, all this was done by design. And this is why women don't look at men but for nothing but money. Because they made everything about money. So women are like, I don't care about no nigga unless he can pay this. I don't care about a nigga unless he can do this. If a nigga can't do this, I can't even fuck with you. Because everything's about money. So maybe if they cut everything down and we stop living this unrealistic lifestyle that's based upon money, maybe we'll start working together again. Maybe we'll start, as men and women, start working together again if they start fucking cutting everything off. But guess what? If we wait too long, we'll be in total chaos. Yes, Black Wall. See, look, bigger than Black Wall Street, bro. See, this is what people don't. This is why they don't like America. That's why America doesn't like history. This is why America likes to promote feeling-based agendas and identity-based agendas. They don't promote history and logic and reality. America promotes history, feeling and ideology-based agendas. Because if they told all the young black students in school about Black Wall Street, if they taught all the young black students in school about how Egypt was one of the first greatest nations that's still standing to this day, if they told all the black students that most on earth were created by blacks, if they told black people that most things that they wanted to do, they could do it themselves, we would be in a better situation. But you know what they teach us in school? We did invent everything. We invented everything. Black people have invented everything. The things that we didn't invent was shit like guns and bombs. We don't goddamn create chaos. We are the civilizers. Black people are the civilizers of Earth, not the destroyers. So of course we're not gonna create bombs and weapons, and like the Asians made firecrackers. Of course we're not gonna make bombs and chaos. We don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? My light went out. We don't believe in that as black people. We don't do chaos. We do peace. We do love. So it's a difference, man. But yes, Black Wall Street, if they taught us who we really were, we would do way better and way more than we do. But they don't teach us who we are. They don't teach us nothing about it. They don't. They don't want us to know who we are. No, black people made this shit. We made all the ideas, man. They might have took the idea and ran with it. See, I'm gonna tell you something. I grew up all my life. I was the creator, right? Me and my brothers, we was creators. I'm gonna tell you how this shit goes. It's not about race. It's about who got the money to push. See, you got the creators, the black people. They're always the creators. They're creating everything, coming up with the ideas, making shit, creating shit, thinking shit, innovating shit, making shit, all that, right? And then you have the person who has the money. You got the innovator and you got the money. So the innovators always making shit and coming up with shit, reinventing shit. Thank you, SS, for that gift. Thank you, for real. The innovators always innovating and coming up and creating shit, right? But then the man with the money is always keeping the innovator right there around him. So as soon as he comes up with a good idea, he can take it and run with it. The investor, God bless you. Ooh wee, thank you so much. The investor, thank you. The investor. You got the innovator and the investor, the creator and the investor. That's the fucking facts, man. So literally, black people been coming up with everything, but we just, the investors, take the idea and run with the shit. That's just how it goes. When I was younger, I used to have me and my brothers. We're the inventors. We're the creators. We used to come up with all kind of ideas, business ideas, t-shirt we made t-shirts. We're doing all kinds of shit, hustle plans, music, all kind of shit. We coming up with all kind of products, just making product. A lot of times we would make the product and we weren't the investor. We were the creator, the inventor. So the inventor needs the investor to get the product out. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be the hottest nigga in the world, but if you ain't got no way to get it out, you ain't got no way to get it out. So one of my homeboys, he was the investor. But I'm gonna tell you about the investor. The investor is always gonna try to steal the product from the inventor, because the investor doesn't have the creativity or the skills to create it, but he has the money to put it out. So he feels somewhat jealous, or he feels some kind of way, because the investor feels some kind of way because he's paying for it and producing it, but he doesn't have the money. I mean, he doesn't have the knowledge to create it or invent it. So he always feels jealous. So he will usually the investor will usually try to take over the product. You know what I'm saying? They always try to take over the product from the inventor. Just like The Matrix. The Matrix was made by a black woman in New York. The whole Matrix idea, the concept for all those movies, the whole movie was made by a black woman in New York. And the Wachowski brothers came across her idea and stole it from her and produced it and made The Matrix. And so here we have the inventor had to sue them to try to get money for the investors taking her idea. This is exactly the point I'm trying to prove. The inventor is always usually ripped off by the investor. So we have to understand, this is why I don't respect nothing but creators and inventors. I don't respect investors. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect investors. I respect inventors. Yeah, and The Matrix is one of the best movies of all times, man. Watch part 1. Start with part 1. One of the best movies of all times. It shows you how everything is. Yeah, just watch that. But yeah, man. Let me show y'all about this video though. Let me show you this video, man.
In life, but we can't. The fuck are we doing on this earth, man? Every day, the fuck are we doing on this earth, man? Every day, most of us wake up and go to a job that we really don't fucking like, but we can't really quit because we got to get the money to pay the bills that they say it's important to pay. What the fuck is the point of this life, man? We go to grocery stores and buy food that God gave us for free. Why the fuck did we pay for lights? Well, that's just the way it is. Fuck you. I'm tired of all this. That's just the way it is bullshit. This whole fucking system is garbage. America ain't nothing but a big ass fucking plantation, man. A big ass fucking plantation. What the fuck are we doing here? There are days I don't want to be on this earth. And I'm not saying I want to unalive myself and nothing like that. But I'm tired, man. It's like, what the fuck is the point of any of this? To work till we 60, 70 years old? Most of us ain't gonna fucking live to see 50. But we gotta work to maybe retire. Man, fuck you and all that bullshit, man. I don't give a fuck about who president, left, right, and all this dumbass shit. I'm tired of this whole fucking game, man. It's a big ass game. It's a big ass charade. America is a fucking plantation. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it, man. This shit is exhausting. Like, I don't even want to look for another job. I'm gonna walk in there, they gonna ask me, why do you even want this job? Bitch, because I need some fucking money to pay the bills that they tell me is important to pay. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Exactly, man. Oh my God, he perfectly summed it up, man. That brother perfectly summed it up, man. This is some bullshit, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. We are all, a lot, not all. A lot of people are waking up to this bullshit, right? And the fact that a lot of people are waking up to the bullshit is the reason why they're finna do us all in, wipe us clean, and start over again. Because they're not gonna just let us be free. I hate to tell y'all that. They're not gonna ever just let you be free. They're not. They're not just gonna let you just walk amongst earth as you please and do as you please. They're not. So the fact that everybody is understanding this shit and waking up to this bullshit is the fact that they're gonna do the Great Reset. Thank you, Oliver. The Great Reset. That's exactly what's about to happen. And it's sad, but it's not the first time. They said right now the world is going through its 6th mass extinction. Let me show you. They said we're going through the 6th ever in history's mass extinction. Let me ask Siri. I'm gonna ask Gemini. me turn the speaker off. Hold on. Gemini, what is the sixth mass extinction that they're saying we're in?
The ongoing extinction event is widely referred to as the Holocene extinction or the Anthropocene extinction, and it is primarily driven by human activity.
So she's saying the humans are doing this shit, is what I'm saying. Point proven, man. They're getting rid of us because we're waking up. Sad part about it is they're getting rid of us because we're waking up, man. Donald Trump, I know you don't care. I know you already watch this shit. Watch this shit. Clip of Donald Trump saying he's not going to make it into heaven.
You had talked a couple of weeks ago, you were doing an interview, and you talked about how you hope to end the war in Ukraine because it might help you get into heaven. How does this help? Does this help? I mean, you know, I'm being...
Oh, let me pause it. Hold on. Let me pause it. Hold on.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
You talked a couple of weeks ago, you were doing an interview, and you talked about how you hope to end the war in Ukraine because it might help you get into heaven. How does this help? Does this help?
I mean, you know, I'm being a little cute. I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay, I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound. I may be in heaven right now as we fly in Air Force One. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make heaven, but I've made life a lot better for a lot of people.
You had talked a couple of weeks ago, you were doing an interview, and you talked...
That nigga said he knows he's not going to heaven, but he done made life better for a lot of people, man. He like, yo, bro, y'all don't even understand, bro. It's all good. I'm not promoting fear or downness upon anybody. We have a long life to live. But I'm gonna say this. Yeah, he knows that. He knows he is. He said best thing he got right now is Air Force One. He said that's heaven right now. He knows it. He knows that shit, man. He knows it. He knows that. I don't know, man. I just wish we could wake up. It's too many lost souls, though. Niggas talking about my team, football. It's too late. I ain't gonna lie. It's too late, man. It is what it is. I just try and do my part, you know. Try not to let my kids go out in this shit, you know, because we didn't got nothing to do with this. But it's your big homie, Big Bad A. Bless all y'all for tuning in. Hey, I wish just trying to do my part, man. But I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man.